Well, my name is Amol Nirgudkar. I'm the CEO of Patient Prism, and I have with me in my studio here AJ Acierno from DecisionOne. And we've spent a significant amount of time today with many segments over discussing his journey and the DSO journey. And we've many questions for him, and I could talk to him pretty much every day, all day. And he's got an amazing set of answers because he's lived through building an amazing DSO that everybody's in love with today. So really, as I talk to emerging DSOs and as they are looking to acquire practices, everybody asks me a question: what do you look for in a practice? Right? How do you decide it's the right practice to buy? And you were very meticulous about that. And you said you could have grown to 75 practices by now, but you intentionally have decided to keep it a little more calibrated. So what's your model?
So out of every 20 practices that we look at, we will close on one. Okay.
Wow.
So what do we look at? Number one, first and foremost, is culture and the dentist and the team members. Meaning, is the culture relationship-driven practices? So we like to look at our dental practices as community dental practices.
Okay.
Do they know the families? Do they know who comes in? Do they know their demographic? Are they involved in the community? That's first and foremost. And that's even before I look at any patient analysis.
Okay.
The second thing is then starting to look at the patient analysis. How many patients are in the practice? The biggest red flag that you can absolutely have when purchasing a practice is a practice with low patient count.
Okay.
Because you're going to purchase the practice and you're going to sink a lot of money into marketing. In the demographic that we're in Chicago, Illinois, it's very expensive. So you want to make sure that they have a good patient flow on top of there. We are community dental practices, so we do not brand.
Okay.
Yes, we've heard it all from the marketing, how much money we could save if we brand. And the reality is that we want Dr. Jones, he or she, to be the dentist in that community. Sure. It is not about DecisionOne. We are a support organization. So it is about Dr. Jones.
There's no branding of DecisionOne in any of the practices
no.
at all? Nobody would absolutely.
We have a DecisionOne Dental plan
okay.
within there that we help patients get access to care for those patients that don't have insurance. But we do not brand it.
Is there a standard set of KPIs you look at? When number of active patients is one, but is there like a group of things you have a model built now that your M&A guy says, okay, here's what we're going to plug that into a model, or yay or nay? After, let's say, culture is good, people are good, dentist is good, associate dentist is going to stay here. Is there a mathematical model that you've built? I mean,
yes,
I'm not,
absolutely. Okay. Yeah. So we know approximately how much we're going to save practices now in supplies, and we know how much we're going to save them in marketing costs and
sure.
in our other aspects that we have. So yes, we do have a model that strictly lays it out. So
okay.
After I get to meet the dentist and my brother and our other doctors, yes, then we start to lay out that model and see if it's going to work for us as a business, right? Sure. So people first, systems. Yeah. We still stay true to that when we're looking at a practice.
Sure.
Then we'll look at the business aspect and see, okay, is this something that we can drive?
And while you're doing that, are you looking to standardize like the software, practice management software? Is that
we are, yeah. So that's all part of the model, right?
Okay.
So we're looking in there and saying, okay, we got to add computers, we got to put digital X-rays in there. So any CapEx type of stuff that we're looking at to improve the office, all those things are put into the model. Okay. And we set a vision, right? Okay. We set a vision of what is our plan for the office, and we are very straight up then with the doctor on the plan. We show the doctor the plan.
And this is a financial vision too, right?
Financial vision and a vision about people, systems, and what we're going to put into their office and how we're going to improve their office. We lay it out. We lay it out to the team, right?
Okay.
So if they don't have a perio policy, we're going to put a perio policy in, right? Okay. We are not shy about looking at our docs and saying, this is what's going to make your practice great. We are supporting your practice. I'm not going to tell a dentist that they need to treatment plan differently, that they need to treatment plan more perio or anything. We're going to set up the foundations that make a practice really great.
So when you acquire a new practice, number one, you look at their people and the culture.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, you make sure that the math's going to work out in terms of number of new patients, and then if that works out good, then you go ahead and put your systems in place.
That's
so they're
right.
really people and systems are really the only two factors you look at, as long as obviously the math works.
That's correct.
If the math doesn't work, then it's not going to be good.
Absolutely.
No, great advice. We have many people that ask us these same questions, and this is a great insight on. I think you have to focus on the right things first, because if you have the wrong people on the bus, as Jim Collins says, you're in the wrong bus.
Yeah, you're on the wrong bus.
All right. So you got to make sure that's the right people. So great
Absolutely.
discussion.
Thanks,
Thank you
Amol.
so much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.